Let's better understand self-achievers. So Brent, what's this population about?
Well, self-achievers are 24% of the population, and of the 5 segments, they are actually the most invested in their health and wellness. Okay, so they're doing a lot of research. They're looking into all the right solutions to make themselves better. They can never be perfect. They can always be better, fitter, more healthy. This is the group that needs goals, measures. They have to know that they're achieving something and progressing along the way. And if you don't have measures to show that they're actually succeeding and winning, they're not going to be motivated. So it's very important that you keep that ongoing connection with them to let them know that they are winning and beating the disease.
You know, it's interesting because that's the segment where I land. And it's interesting. So if you're going to communicate with me and you're going to ask me to do something, a really proactive way to communicate with me is to tell me that somebody else is doing it. That I'm not doing
You've
it.
nailed the idea here. It's competitiveness. Yeah. It's the winning, and you're not going to let somebody else show you up as the self-achiever. And as it manifests itself in healthcare, if you can show that you can be the best and demonstrate that to other people, that's a very key to success. These can be the ambassadors for your program to everybody else to let them know how successful they can be.
What's the most effective way to communicate to this population?
Well, what's interesting about the self-achievers is actually it can be we'll call it a marketing mix. Digital is good. They're very digitally savvy, so emails are good. But they like to be able to keep information and refer back to it later on. They may not use it today, so in some cases, printed could actually work with this group. I just wouldn't lead with it as the primary. The primary here would be more of the digital and electronic communication.
And then we've talked about a little bit in each segment, color?
Yeah, there is a psychology of color for the self-achiever, and that's green, because green has to do with...
Well, I'm Irish. That makes perfect sense.
Well, that helps. I can't say that all Irish people are self-achievers. However, what green communicates is healthiness, vibrancy, kind of natural, and growth.
But it's about winning, achievement of goals, success. This is the group when they go to the physician and the doctor says, hey, here's 3 things I want you to do, and in 1 week I want you to tell me what your blood pressure is. This is the group that will do it every day and come back and report. The other groups, not so much, but this is one you can depend on to really do what they can to stay very invested in their own health.
Yeah, I like the access to information and data, especially when we look at apps like Fitbit or apps like Garmin. So I have a reference point to look at. Am I really moving? Am I making an impact?
Of the segments, the self-achiever is going to be the one that's most likely to use those types of wearables or apps or things like that. Yes, that's great.
And you brought up an excellent point. They can be the champions of things that you're trying to execute inside the organization.
There's an activism about them. If they believe this is going to help other people, they're going to be vocal about it. So these are the ones you're going to want to recruit as chat leaders within a population to get other people to do what you think are the right behaviors.
Excellent. Great feedback.
Great.